Have you ever imagined fake conversations in your head over and over again? Maybe you pace around your room listening to music while creating entire movies inside your mind. Maybe you imagine becoming famous, falling in love, getting revenge, or living a completely different life. And before you realize it, 3 hours are gone. You tell yourself, okay, this is the last time. But somehow, you keep going back. What if I told you this might not just be having a big imagination? It could be something called maladaptive daydreaming. And for some people, it quietly takes over their entire life. Daydreaming itself is normal. Everyone imagines things sometimes. But maladaptive daydreaming is different. It's excessive, immersive daydreaming that starts interfering with real life. Some people spend hours inside detailed fantasy worlds. These fantasies can become more emotionally satisfying than reality itself. And the scary part? Many people don't even realize it's affecting them. Because technically, you still look normal on the outside. You go to school, you go to work, you talk to people. But mentally, you're somewhere else almost all the time. For many people, maladaptive daydreaming becomes an emotional escape. Reality feels stressful, lonely, boring, painful, or emotionally overwhelming. So the brain creates a safer world. A world where you are admired, understood, loved, powerful, important. And honestly, who wouldn't want to stay there? Especially if real life feels disappointing. For some people, it starts during childhood. Maybe they felt isolated, misunderstood, or emotionally neglected. So imagination became comfort. A survival mechanism. Not because they were weak, but because fantasy felt safer than reality. Here are some common signs of maladaptive daydreaming. You create extremely detailed fantasy worlds. You pace, rock, or move while daydreaming. Music triggers your fantasies instantly. You become emotionally attached to fictional characters or imaginary versions of yourself. And maybe the biggest sign. You want to stop, but you can't. Sometimes people lose entire days trapped in these fantasies. Homework gets delayed. Goals get ignored. Relationships suffer. Not because they're lazy, but because reality starts feeling emotionally smaller than imagination. And this is where it gets dangerous. Maladaptive daydreaming can become addictive. Not chemically addictive like drug, but emotionally addictive. Because every time reality feels uncomfortable, your brain learns to escape. Stress? Escape. Loneliness? Escape. Failure? Escape. And over time, real life can start feeling dull compared to fantasy. That's why many people describe it as feeling trapped between two worlds. One is real. The other feels better. Modern life makes this even harder. Music can instantly trigger emotional fantasy loops. Social media constantly feeds unrealistic identities and lifestyles. You start imagining a version of yourself that feels more exciting than your actual life. And slowly, you become emotionally attached to someone who doesn't even exist, your imaginary self. The good news? Yes, people can absolutely reduce maladaptive daydreaming. But the goal usually isn't to destroy imagination. Imagination is beautiful. The real goal is learning how to stop using fantasy as your main emotional escape. That means understanding your triggers, reducing emotional avoidance, building real-life fulfillment, and becoming more present in reality. Ironically, the more meaningful your real life becomes, the less you need to escape from it. If this video felt painful or relatable, you're definitely not alone. A lot of people silently struggle with maladaptive daydreaming without ever talking about it. The mind is powerful, sometimes powerful enough to create worlds we don't want to leave. But real healing starts when we slowly learn how to live fully outside our imagination too. Comment below, have you ever experienced this? And subscribe for more psychology videos.